The winter is over. The summer is truly here. It's the beginning of a new era for Porsche's Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. 31 cars, 19 drivers contesting their first full season, new and returning teams, and the debut of the brand new Porsche 911 Cup car. Welcome to the 37th season of the most famous single mate series in the world. Hello everybody, welcome to a glorious, hot and sunny Imola for the season opener of Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. You've just seen the weather flashing up on your screen there. It is glorious, hot and sunny. We are part of the World Endurance Championship program for this, the season opener of the 2026 season. And never has a new season of racing been more anticipated than this one. So much talk about the new Cup car, and we can see them there glorious on the grid, getting ready to commence this 37th season of this wonderful championship. At the moment, you can hear the national anthem is sounding around the circuit. We have two Italian drivers on the grid for this year's championship. It is a packed grid. 32 cars registered. We've got 31 cars on the grid for the season opener. Sadly, Ahmed Al-Shihab is not able to travel out of Kuwait at the moment for obvious reasons, and we send him and his family our very best wishes. But with the sun shining and the cars getting ready to go very, very shortly, and we will be ready to commence round one, race one of a 16-race season. And it's a season where the first half, the first 8 rounds are going to come very quick and very fast. There is a name that you will be familiar with, Theo Overhaus. He's changed to ID Racing, and he scored them their first ever pole position in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. A stunning job from Theo Overhaus this morning. It's his third ever pole position, but alongside him, a driver who has won twice in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany, Alex Tauscher, and he has been looking dialed in from the word go in all of the testing. I would just point out that Theo Overhaus is a previous winner as well. So both of those drivers on the grid getting ready to head in towards that turn one. And it's going to be a very dramatic opening lap of the season. This new car, which we've been talking about, you can see it there in all its splendor, has been developed over the last couple of years as Matheus Ferreira, a driver that we saw last year running for Target Racing, running for Team GP Elite in 2026. Another one who seems to have really taken a step up over the winter period in testing, has been very impressive. He's got his eyes on the championship, and with Team GP Elite providing his car, he is going to be very rapid indeed. I mentioned earlier there are 19 drivers who are contesting this series for the first time, a full season. One of them is that man there, Keegan Masters, in the number 3 car, the 2 times and defending, or outgoing, should I say, Porsche Carrera Cup Italia champion, comes all the way from South Africa to race here, and he is not here to make up the numbers. He's proven that already by qualifying in P4 on the grid. Lots of new names to talk about, but there's an old favourite, Flint Schering. The last time we gathered was at Hockenheim, and Flint Schering certainly was a key player in the championship on that particular occasion. He's got his eyes on taking the championship. I would say if there was a pre-season favourite coming into 2026, maybe Flint to a degree, but so many good drivers around him. He certainly would fancy an opportunity to challenge for the championship. Of course, he is the rookie champion in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup. All of the championship winners from last year have moved on. So we're going to have a new championship this year, and it might be that man there, Gus Burton. We've seen him. He's done a couple of seasons in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup. The driver from Great Britain, another one who has truly impressed in testing and in practice and in qualifying. And to put the car in P6 on his debut in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany is no mean feat. There is a local driver, Max Mutschlechner. It doesn't sound like an Italian name, but he is an Italian driver, and he has scored very well in qualifying. Along with Aldo Fastante, he is the other of the Italian drivers, and you can just see Aldo there just splashing past in the number 28 car. He's guesting here at Imola this weekend. Right, let's take a look at the grid. Theo Overhaus with his third ever pole position. Alex Tauscher alongside him. Both of these young drivers hungry for the championship, as is Matheus Ferreira all the way from Brazil and Keegan Masters from South Africa. Next up, the new Porsche Junior, Flint Schuring, has Gus Burton from Great Britain alongside him. The Italian Aldo Fastante, and there's going to be a cheer from the Netherlands as Dirk Schouten lines up in P8. Also the pole sitter for the rookies, Sam Yongyan. Walter Burkham's was up there as well. Chester Kiefer, Louis Perrault from France, Daniel Rose, and Marcus Armand, the other of the Porsche Juniors, line up on row 7 of the grid. On row 8, Joe Warhurst, another from Great Britain. Sebastian Freimer, new team for him this year. Monty Masson, great to have him on the grid with Gustav Bergstrom on row 9. On row 10, Max Mutschlechner and Niels Langeveld, shone in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux last year. All the way from Hong Kong, Dylan Yip has Gianluca Tucciaroglu, new team from him. From Australia, Caleb Sumich has Nick Ho for company. Then the pole sitter for the Pro-Am, Zuren Spreng, and Jonas Greif, an old friend of the series. Mikael Esman has the only lady driver, Alexander Vatova, alongside him. Sam Shaheen, another from Australia. Tim Reiter, an unusual steed for him, getting used to Porsche. And then our third driver from Great Britain, Ray King, another of the ID Racing cars. So ID Racing topping and tailing the grid. It is a wonderful, talented grid. We have rookies, we have Pro-Ams, we have 4 championships to think about. We have the overall championship, we have the rookie championship, we have the Pro-Am championship, and the team championship. Of the 3 drivers' championships, it's going to be a new name on all of them, because Robert De Haan, last year's champion, is not defending this year. Sasha Norden, who won the rookie championship, he is not racing this year. We send our best wishes to Sasha. In the Pro-Am Championship, Michael Stray announced his retirement at the end of last year. So lots of new names to be engraved on trophies at the end of this season. The Team Championship last year went the way of Schumacher CLRT, but anybody who thought they were going to walk it again this year, you only need to have a look at this grid to realise that there is an awful lot of competition, and the teams and the drivers having to work quite hard to get on top of this new car. It is quite different. The big difference is the addition of ABS, and a lot of the drivers saying, yeah, it's making braking a whole lot easier, but it makes overtaking that little bit harder. The car's a little bit higher in terms of horsepower, about 10 horsepower more. There was Larry Tenforder looking on, the most successful man in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany, doing a lot of coaching here with drivers this weekend. Lots of other new features on the new car, completely revised aero package and brakes, but we'll talk more about that as the season progresses. At the moment, the cars lining up in their grid boxes. It's finally time for the talking to stop and the action to start. Boy, we've been waiting a long time for this, and we are ready. 30 minutes plus 1 lap of racing. We are go 2026 Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. A great start from Theo Overhaus. Look at Matheus Ferreira challenging on the inside of Alex Tauscher. Into Tamburello they come. Now, this is a difficult section of track. There's somebody going. I think that's Gus Burton, who's got the back end sliding. He's regathered it up. We'll confirm who that was shortly, but he's managed to keep it out of the barrier, keep it all together at the moment. Theo Overhaus, then Alex Tauscher has fended off Matheus Ferreira. There's another car running wide in the background there. I think that might be Max Mutschleckner, but everybody's made it around Tamburello. Just always a tricky bit of circuit, and on the opening lap, often a place where we get controversy. So the car's now settling down. There is the 34 car, Dirk Schouten, with his legion of fans cheering on from the Netherlands. But he's got Jess de Keeper. Keep an eye on the Luxembourg driver in the number 11 car. He bounces off, he goes a little bit wide. There's dirt rising up into the air. Everybody fighting for every last position. I can confirm it was Gus Burton who had that big moment at the very start of the race. That incident is under investigation. We saw that Gus kept it out of the barrier, so all good there. But after such a strong qualifying session, that's not what he was looking for. Right, there is Sam Yongyan in there as well. Dirk Schouten in the number 34 car. New colours for him, so I've got to get used to that. Lots and lots of battles up and down the pack. Everybody's settling themselves down as we come round to complete the lap. Theo Overhaus now looking threatened by Alex Tauscher. Tauscher, a man with more and more confidence as every year passes, starting to put the pressure on for the lead. There's Chester Kiefer, and up with him, another of the talent pool drivers, Joe Warhurst in the number 95 car. There was a car going across the gravel as well. So much to keep abreast of here on the season opener for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. Aldo Festante in 6th place as the leading rookie driver. Sam Yongyan to the outside of him. But moving to the inside, Louis Perrault in the number 77 car. So that looks like it's going to relegate Sam Yongyan a position. He is the leading rookie driver at the moment. That's the main championship that he is aiming for in the number 65 car. Sam Yongyan, who has absolutely shone in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, now in the big lead of Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany and fighting for the lead in the rookie standings. He's 7th place overall. Great job from him. So, cars running side by side. So much challenging going on. So much to try and keep on top of here. But at the front, Theo Overhaus continues to lead the way. We've got positions, a big challenge here. There is the 91 car, Gianluca Tucciaroglu. Qualified further back than he wanted to for this race. He's had a bit of contact. Now he looks like he can keep it running. Hopefully there's no damage there. So that's under investigation as well. The stewards have got a lot to be looking at there. Now Sam Yongyan and Louis Perrault. So Perrault moving on up into 7th place alongside Sam Yongyan. Oh, we're going to go 3 abreast as they run around towards turn 1 and then in towards Tamburello. Yongyan has the inside line at the moment, but that is going to be an outside line once they get round to Tamburello. Yongyan muscles his way past, but Louis Perrault is not giving up on this. Walter Burkamp's in there as well. We haven't even mentioned Walter, a certain championship favourite as well. Marcus Armand in there as well. The Porsche Junior Chester Keeper as well. Are we going to get them all around this corner? It's an absolute gaggle of cars, and it's Perrault who goes spearing off into the gravel. He keeps the power on, he's sliding the car, but he drops back through the pack. After all that hard work, it was inevitable. The explosion of cars running 3 abreast into that section of the track, that was never going to stick. There's Niels Langeveld, a driver who's shone in Carrera Cup Benelux last year. He is fighting his way forward as well. Into 12th place he goes. So much going on here. There's Joe Warhurst in the blue and white car, the number 95 car, currently in 13th place. So, Flint Schuring is the quickest man on the track. So, in 5th place, Flint Schuring, the new Porsche Junior, who is in 5th place, wants to challenge for the championship. That's all he's interested in this year. Our leader is Theo Overhaus. He's got about a nearly 4/10 second gap to Alex Tauscher in 2nd place, Matheus Ferreira in 3rd. In 4th place is Keegan Masters. Then Flint Schuring, the quickest man on the track, in 5th place. will be eager to push forward from there. Then Aldo Festante in 6th place, ahead of Sam Yongyan, our leading rookie. Then it's Marcus Armand in 8th place, Chester Kiefer in 9th. And then rounding out the top 10 is Dirk Schutten as the car go wide, kicking up some dirt into the air. I think it was Matheus Ferreira. This is for the lead of the race. So Theo Overhaus has his mirrors full of Alex Tauscher. Overhaus has only ever won one race in Porsche since Carrera Cup Germany, which seems insane. Such a talented driver. Marcus Armand challenging Sam Yongyan. So that is for 7th place. But Yongyan running for the Team 75 Bernhard crew. What a great car that is. With Yongyan at the wheel in 7th place. As Joe Warhurst, 88 in there as well. Daniel Rose, our leading Pro-Am driver. Further back, Søren Spreng, the 2-time Pro-Am champion. He's currently in 23rd place overall, but leading in the Pro-Ams. Second in the Pro-Ams is Mikael Esman. He is in 27th place overall, ahead of Sam Shaheen, who is 3rd in the Pro-Am race. Our leading rookie, Sam Yongyan, 2nd in the rookies, is Chester Kiefer in 9th place overall. And then Montego Masson in 16th place, he is 3rd in the rookies. So, 23 minutes remaining. Finally, things settle down a bit, but Sam Yongyan hasn't settled down, sliding the back end of the car, probably taking quite a bit out of those tyres in that fight that we saw early on. This is the battle for 7th place. This here is the battle for the lead. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all running together. Keegan Masters, now the quickest man on the track. We said keep an eye on him, but he goes wide onto the grass. That is not a quick way around that part of the track. He gathers it all up, but he would have dropped back from Matheus Ferreira up ahead of him. Sam Yongyan having to defend for all he's worth in the Team 75 Bernhard car. He's got a Porsche Junior, one of the new Porsche Juniors, breathing down his neck. Marcus Armand has a look to the inside, ducks in behind. Sam Yongyan trying to make the 65 car as wide as he possibly can. Daniel Rose in the 88 car, good job from him. He's also defending as hard as he can for position. Into the corner we come, and Rose somehow on the late braking, holding on, but then onto the dirt. The dirt rises up into the air, and that allows Sebastian Freimuth to come sailing through. Also in that pack is the 66 car of Montego Masson. So in the glorious sunshine here at Imola, the fighting for positions up and down the pack continues. Sam Yongyan once again having to defend hard in that 7th place. He's got the Porsche Junior challenging him once again. And now, position lost. Car slides sideways, another one through as well. That's Dirk Schutten, who gets his elbows out. His fellow Dutch competitor gives him a push slightly wide out of the corner, and Yongyan drops back, and he also drops out of the lead of the rookie race. So now Chester Kiefer leads the way for the rookies. Yongyan did look like he was struggling for grip for some time. Now Chester Kiefer in the number 11 car for Schumacher CLRT moves to the lead of the rookies. In the background, there's Dirk Schutten in 9th place, Niels Langeveld as well. But keep an eye on the 25 car, Walter Boerkamps in 10th place. Behind him, Joe Warhurst has made great progress up through the pack. He's up to 12th place at the moment, but he's been picking cars off one by one, moving forwards through the pack. At the front, Theo Overhaus continues to control the pace. Alex Tauscher also there as well. Right, 2 penalty laps for causing a collision, and that is going the way of Gustav Bergström. So, a penalty box situated out on the track. The car will need to pass through the penalty box at a reduced pace, and that will be the equivalent of adding about 10 seconds onto his lap time. So, penalty laps have been awarded to Gustav Bergström. So the number 17 car, Gustav Bergström, he's down in 23rd at the moment, but he's going to drop a little bit further back than that once he served that penalty. Here's our race leader, the 44 car, Theo Overhaus, Alex Tauscher, keeping him in sight. 19.5 minutes remaining of this race. Mathieu Ferreira looking dangerous in that third place. There's Keegan Masters there as well. The incident involving Gus Burton in the 57 car, no further action from race control on that one. They've taken a look at it and decided no further action. Unfortunately with Gus Burton, it's dropped him down to 17th place after such a strong qualifying. Still the fighting continues. The 77 car taken to the dirt. Once again, Louis Perrault having to use just a little bit extra to try and defend his position. That's down in 19th place. So Louis Perrault having to work really hard. On the inside of him, that was Caleb Sumich. Comes all the way from Australia, making his debut in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. The two cars bouncing off each other. And Sumich having that position. Up into 18th place he goes, relegating Louis Perrault down to 19th. The incident involving Sam Yongyan and Dirk Schouten is under investigation by our race stewards. Meanwhile, a new fastest lap in 7th place, Marcus Armand, a driver who's doing 4 rounds, 8 races of this season. He's also Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. He's leading that championship at the moment, but certainly showing what he's worth here in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. Mathieu Ferreira in 3rd place, the last of the podium positions, coming under increasing pressure from Keegan Masters. And along the pit straight we come once again, turn 1, when it's taken absolutely flat out. They reach speeds of up to about 270 kilometers an hour as we head into turn 2. The Variante Tamburello. Ferreira now having to defend hard. That's allowed 1st and 2nd to break clear. Theo Overhaus and Alex Tauscher. Masters to the inside and up into 3rd place. Mathieu Ferreira relegated off the podium, but he's not done yet. Ferreira looks to the outside, trying to go the long way around. He has to duck back to the inside around turn 7. Up the steep hill they come and in towards turn 8, taken flat out before we get to turn 9. The left-hander taken in 3rd gear. Another driver has come a long way. The number 6 car, Dylan Yip, currently in 19th place, comes all the way from Hong Kong. Great to have him here. We saw him GT Masters a few years ago. Has been in Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, had a number of podiums and pole positions there, but now into Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. Now look at the Søren Spreng in the background, who has got damage to his car and has dropped out of the lead of the Pro-Am race. Our new Pro-Am leader is the green and white car that you're looking at on your screen there. Mikael Esman moves to the lead of the Pro-Am. So clearly there's been a bit of drama between him and his main Pro-Am competitor in this race is the 91 car, Gianluca Tucciaroglu, who we saw having that spin early on in the race. Niels Langeveld receives a warning for track limits at turn 14, but our Pro-Am leader, the white and green car, now Søren Spreng moves to the rear bumper of his main competitor. There's 2nd place, Alex Tauscher. What can he do about Theo Overhaus? Overhaus started from pole position, has not disappeared into the distance, but looks to have stayed in control of this race. Tauscher in the target car, ID Racing, looking for their first ever win. The team is headed up by Iris Dorr. She used to be part of MRS GT Racing. And now Mathieu Ferreira, having lost a position to Keegan Masters, falling into the clutches of Flint Schuring. So Ferreira moving the wrong way down through the grid, but going the right way. Søren Spreng, he's back in front of Mikael Esman. So Søren Spreng back to the lead of the Pro-Ams. All 3 cars you can see on screen are in the Pro-Am category. 1st, 2nd, 3rd in the Pro-Ams, because now Sam Shaheen, the driver from Australia, moves ever closer to the leading duo in the Pro-Am race. So in 26th, 27th and 28th in this race, it It is Søren Spreng leading the way, Mikael Esman, Sam Shaheen and Ray King leading the way in the Pro-Ams, the 1, 2, 3, 4. At the front, still Theo Overhaus stays in control. Alex Tauscher starting to drop back a little bit now, 6/10, nearly 7/10 of a second. Keegan Masters still in there as well. Louis Perot in the 77 car looks to have been in the battles for much of this race in 20th place. And he's got Jonas Greif. Jonas, the driver who has 130 different sponsors on his car. A real character, someone who's been part of this series for a number of years now. Just behind him is Alexandra Vatova. So great to have her here. She comes from Bulgaria, one of the talent pool drivers as well. And wanting to make her name in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany, Sam Yongyan in the 65 car looks to be struggling with handling. Sebastian Freimuth in the 31 car, in the lap time performance car. New team for him, new team on the grid this year for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. There's Gus Burton in the 57 car. He had that moment early on, fighting his way back up through the pack. He's up into 15th place, so slowly coming back. Car 14 must fall back behind car 77, so that's Caleb Sumich, who's been instructed to fall back behind the 77 car of Louis Perot from incorrect overtaking. There's Søren Spreng, bit of damage to the car, but he's still leading the way in the Pro-Ams. There's second in the Pro-Ams, just behind him, Mikael Esman in the 54 car. Sam Shaheen not out of the running there either at the moment. And then Ray King, fourth in the Pro-Ams, another of the ID racing cars. Behind him is Tim Reiter. Tim, who we've seen driving a car completely different to a Porsche in the past, so a new discipline for him. And Tim Reiter there, making a good show for himself. Max Mutschlechner in position behind him in the number 16 car. There's the 56 of Alexandra Vatova. Behind her, Nick Ho in the 98 car, one of the many newcomers to the series. Another driver who's a race winner in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux last year, stepping up to Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany in 2026 in the number 98 car. Currently in 23rd, Gus Burton, Daniel Rose going wheel to wheel. A wild moment there. Montego Masson getting involved. Gus Burton able to break clear slightly, but some fairly wild driving going on. Daniel Rose, the dirt rises up into the air. We saw him last year doing some guest driving. The stewards have been very busy. Incidents involving 77, 99 referred to the stewards as well. So that's Louis Perot and Marcus Amand. Right, this is the battle for the Pro-Am win. At the moment, Søren Spreng in 26th place, but leading the way for the Pro-Ams. Behind him, flashing the lights, Mikael Esman. It's that bit of damage that we can see on the left-hand side of Søren Spreng's car. In fact, a fair bit of damage. The rear quarter almost missing. That's got to be affecting the handling of that car. In the background, Sam Shaheen from Australia, ready to pounce if these two cars get together. Nick Ho, Alexandra Vatova running together. It's Nick Ho who comes out on top of that particular battle. Vatova in the pink and white car with Iron Dames sponsorship and support. But Caleb Sumich from Australia comes sailing through on the inside and relegates her a position. Just behind her, Gustav Bergstrom in the gold and black car. Also, Gianluca Tucciaroglu has been looking incredibly rapid in that car. A real step up for him as he's moved to Team 75. Bernhard has got a good grid position for tomorrow's race at the moment, scrapping over the minor places after that early spin. Nick Ho in the 98 car, further back than he wanted, but in 20th place. Holding off Caleb Sumich, both of these drivers, and Alexandra Vatova just behind them, all in the talent pool. All drivers that have been coached by Wolf Hensler. the legendary Porsche driver, learning everything that there is to learn about being a racing driver. And all three of these drivers in the talent pool. And there's another of the talent pool drivers going wide, Max Mutschlechner, going onto the gravel. He keeps it running, he's able to rejoin, but it's clearly dropped to almost the very back. I'd say almost the back because we've lost Sebastian Freimuth, has peeled off into the pits. He was complaining this morning that he was struggling with braking, and maybe that is what has claimed him on this occasion. So Freimuth into the pits. We've still got 30 cars running out on track. We look again here at Michael Esman and Søren Sprague challenging for the lead of the Pro-Am, and it went the way of Michael Esman. So Esman back to the lead of the Pro-Ams, relegating Søren Sprague back to second in the Pro-Am race. That is one that has been toing and froing all the way through this race. Another incident, the one involving Dirk Schutten, and Chester Kiefer has been referred to the stewards. So it may well be that the order that these cars cross the line may well be not the final result when all is said and done. We've still got 8.5 minutes plus 1 lap of racing. The 57 car, Gus Burton, back up to 12th place. What a sterling job from him after that spin on the opening lap, dropping all the way back and then fighting his way forwards. You can see that he is going to be a race challenger as this season progresses. The man who's leading the way at the moment, Theo Overhaus, he's opened up a gap, 1.278 over Alex Tauscher in third place. Keegan Masters for Proton competition, the last of the podium positions, but not close enough to challenge at the moment. Then in fourth place, Matheus Ferreira, ahead of Aldo Fastante. So Ferreira not on the podium positions at the moment. Then Marcus Armand in sixth place. Then the leading rookie driver, Chester Kiefer for Schumacher CLRT, ahead of Dirk Schutten, who's running in eighth place. Ninth place, Niels Langeveld. And Walter Burkamps rounding out the top 10. Another GP Elite drivers. Still the fighting continues. There's Nick Ho at the front of that queue. Caleb Sumic just behind him. Louis Perrault in the 77 car. Gianluca Tucharoglu runs side by side. The two cars almost make contact. Alexandra Vatova trying to choose which car to follow through that sequence of corners. Tucharoglu past the 77 car, Louis Perrault. So he moves up a position. Alexandra Vatova not able to follow through on his coattails at the moment. They come out of turn 18, 19 and in towards turn 1. The corner that is taken absolutely flat out. So much speed. Sam Yongyan there with a wheel onto the dirt. Clearly all not exactly well with the 65 car. He's still in the podium position for the rookies. He's got Dylan Yip behind him now in 16th place, and Yongyan has been moving the wrong way down through the pack. He's currently in a podium position for the rookies, but if Dylan Yip gets past him, Yip also in the rookie category. So Dylan Yip trying to move him off the rookie podium. There is Sam Yongyan once again in the 98 car in 18th place, withstanding the pressure from the Australian, Caleb Sumic, lined up behind him. So, Nick Ho, 98 in 18th. Then it's the 14 car in 19th place, Caleb Sumic. There's Alexandra Vatova just in the background as well in the 56 car. 17 is Gustav Bergstrom, fighting over the minor positions, but really significant. Every point will count. A warning has been given to Aldo Fastante for track limits at turn 14. As we look now at our 1-2-3, Theo Overhaus with 1.2 over Alex Tauscher. Tauscher now starting to look a bit vulnerable to the fastest man on the track, Keegan Masters, the driver who has won the last 2 seasons of Porsche Carrera Cup Italy. A very, very quick driver. Also has been in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup since 2023. He guessed it at Hockenheim at the end of last season, got a 3rd and a 5th place, so we know how quick he is. So a 3rd place here would equal his best ever score in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. Once again, Nick Ho, Caleb Sumich fighting for position. Keep an eye on Gianluca Tucciaroglu in the background as well. This is the fight for 18th place, but also a fight in the rookie championship between Nick Ho and Caleb Sumich. So they are 5th and 6th in the rookie race. And in the rookie championship, that will be valuable points. Gianluca Tucciaroglu would dearly love to just get past both of them. He's interested in points in the overall race. Of course, we have seen Gianluca Tucciaroglu the last couple of years in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. Now, in the Team 75 Bernhard car, has really helped him to find some pace. Nick Ho now having to defend really hard in the McDonald's car. Caleb Sumich looks to the inside. They run side by side to the corner on the outside line, then back to the inside. Sumich takes to the curves. The two cars run side by side. In the background, Vatova still fighting hard to hold on to that position as well. Right, so it's Nick Ho who stayed in front of that battle. 3.5 minutes remaining, but now Sumich moves in front. Ho shuffled down a position by Gianluca Tucciaroglu as well. This is great racing here, but it's gone to the way of Caleb Sumich, so he moves up a position, up into 18th place and 5th place in the rookies. Still leading the rookies. It's Chester Kiefer, second in the rookies. Montaigo Masson, then in 3rd place Dylan Yip, who's found a route past Sam Yongyan in the 65 car. Auda Festante been in the battles in the 28 car. Marcus Amand there as well, the 28 and the 99 car fighting for position as well. 28 car in 5th place and Marcus Amand in 6th place. Amand not really a championship contender on account of the fact that he's not planning on doing every round this season, but would very much like to be scoring points and getting onto the podium wherever possible. There's Keegan Masters. Looking menacing, but is he close enough to do anything in the last 2.25 minutes of this opening race of the season for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany? At the moment, it's Theo Overhaus who leads the way across the line. They come. Then it's Alex Tauscher. Then Keegan Masters. Tauscher, is he going to make one last challenge in the next couple of minutes? Little under 2 minutes plus 1 lap remaining. Overhaus has led every lap. He started on pole position. Alex Tauscher has kept the pressure on all the way through. He has closed in. The gap was 1.2 seconds between 1st and 2nd. It's now down to a little over 0.4 of a second. So Tauscher has not given up yet. Keeping the pressure on, maybe trying to force a mistake. Keegan Masters in that 3rd place, ready to pounce if any opportunities open up. There's Niels Langeveld in 9th place. Walter Burkamps putting the pressure on as well. Burkamps has come into this season to challenge for the championship. He'll want those points for 9th place. Up the hill they come once again. Up towards turn 9. Piratella, and then to turn 10. Walter Burkamps trying to steal a position away from his fellow Dutchman. But Langeveld has been very experienced over the years. We saw him in GT Masters back in 2020. We saw him last year in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Back to the front we come. Heading towards the last 30 seconds of timed racing. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, absolutely glued together. Alex Tauscher looked like he wanted to challenge Theo Overhaus, but if he does that and it doesn't stick, he's going to be vulnerable to Keegan Masters, and Masters has not given up on the idea of 2nd place. So 15 seconds of timed racing remaining. When the clock strikes 0, it will be whatever lap the leader is on, then one more. Alexandra Vatova trying to defend for all she's worth. Vatova making that car as wide as possible in 23rd place. Right, look at this for 2nd place once again. We got so much to look at here. There is the Pro-Am battle coming through as well. Mikael Esman will not want to get held up behind the cars in front. Søren Spring ready to pounce for the win in the Pro-Am race. I'm looking to see where our leaders are at the moment. At the moment, our leaders up towards turn 11, I believe. And Søren Spring and Mikael Esman getting together. Both cars off into the gravel. The two cars connecting into the gravel we come. That was for the lead of the Pro-Ams. That is going to move Sam Shaheen into the lead of the Pro-Am race. Meanwhile, at the front, our race leader, Theo Overhaus, has broken clear of Alex Tauscher. Then is Keegan Masters. So what happened here with the Pro-Ams? Mikael Esman went to defend the ailing Søren Spring car onto the grass. The stewards are going to take a look at it, but both cars spearing off into the gravel trap. And that's an absolute disaster. Safety car is out on track as the cars come round to start the final lap of the race. It means that Theo Overhaus is going to win this race, because with the safety car out on the track, any last-minute challenges cannot be made. And there is the sorry sight of the Søren Spring car into the gravel after that contact with Mikael Esman. First and second in the Pro-Ams getting together. It means that Sam Shaheen is leading the way in the Pro-Ams. He's going to take a win, I believe, yes, he is, in the Pro-Am race. Ray King is second in the Pro-Ams. Mikael Esman has been shown as third in the Pro-Ams. And I think he would still keep that because we're in the closing stages of the race. Right, it is just double yellow, I've been told, so the safety car is not out, despite what we saw on the screen. So the race is still very much on this final lap. So challenges for position. So it is not a safety car. Walter Burkamps has found a route past Niels Langeveld. So Burkamps up to 9th place. Dirk Schouten just ahead of him as well. So an element of confusion, but our race leader is up at turn 15 at the moment. So Theo Overhaus leading the way on this final lap. Alex Tauscher in second place. Keegan Masters in third. Just to reiterate, there is no safety car. We are racing all the way to the checkered flag. So Theo Overhaus now clear of this fight for second place, but time is running out. Theo Overhaus out of the final corner. It's going to be a second ever win for Theo Overhaus, a first ever win for ID Racing. A season opener going the way of the German driver, Theo Overhaus, second place. Alex Tauscher in third place. It's Keegan Masters. Then it'll be Matheus Ferreira in fourth place, ahead of Aldo Fastante. Marcus Amand in sixth place. And the rookie win going the way of Chester Kiefer. Second in the rookies will be Montego Masson. And third in the rookies going the way of Dylan Yip. Rest of the cars coming round to complete the race. What a chaotic race that was in the Pro-Ams. It's going to be a win for Sam Shaheen, all the way from Australia, and he's going to take the top step of the podium. It'll be Ray King who will get second in the Pro-Ams. Here comes Sam Shaheen now to receive the checkered flag, and a win in the Pro-Am race. Mikael Esman has been shown in third place, and I believe he will get that, even though he hasn't finished. And there, the sad sight of Søren Spring in the gravel trap. Boy, what a race that was. That took a bit of keeping on top of. A lot of challenges for positions. A fair amount of chaos as well. But no doubt about the winner, Theo Overhaus. And they're parked up at the side of the track is Niels Langeveld in the number 10 car. So Langeveld eventually been shown in 25th place. So Niels Langeveld, we saw a fair amount of action on that closing lap, and it looks as though Langeveld was not able to bring it back to the finish line. There's Matheus Ferreira in the 27 car. He finished in 4th place. But the overall winner, Theo Overhaus, Alex Tauscher, Keegan Masters, that's the 1, 2, 3. I don't think there is any disputing over that. The rest is very much subject to confirmation. And there, the driver that led the way for much of the Pro-Am race, had a torrid season last year, has been the Pro-Am champion twice in the past, but starting the season off with a visit to the gravel trap. And hats off to Gus Burton, up to 11th place after that spin at the beginning of the race. Fork racing by Atlas Ward. Great to have Fork racing back on the grid for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. Fastest man on the track during that race was Keegan Masters, showing his intentions for the rest of the season. Really, really hard to predict who is going to be in the championship hunt here. So much talent. Theo Overhaus and ID Racing. What a match that is proving to be. ID Racing really clicking with Theo Overhaus. And of course, will be top of the points as a result of that win. It's hard to believe it's only a second win for Theo Overhaus. He's been around for a few years, but finally he gets that second win. There's Alex Tauscher, who's also had 2 wins in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany, and for Target Racing, looking like an absolute championship contender this year. But Keegan Masters, we knew he was going to be quick. Patient driving from the South African, picking his time to come through the field. The roar of the Porsche engine. The new Cup car, 520 horsepower. And into Parc Fermé comes Theo Overhaus. He was absolutely overjoyed with his pole position in quali this morning. He's also earned himself a pole position for the second race of the season, which takes place tomorrow morning. And he's led every single lap of this opening race of the season. So what a way to open the season for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. It was Theo Overhaus who stepped off that pole position. Alex Tauscher took the fight to him. Matheus Ferreira almost making it up into that second place on the opening lap as we headed towards Tamburello. Also in there, Flint Schering was ready to challenge. It was Gus Burton who had that contact early on, maybe a teeny bit of a touch from Flint Schering. Went spearing off onto the grass, was able to rejoin, had to do all the hard work coming back through the pack. But there was so much fighting all the way down through the pack, everybody challenging for every position. Nobody had it easy. Dirk Schouten, one of the many drivers, going wheel to wheel. Initially, it was Sam Yongyan who led the way in the rookies. His teammate Gianluca Tucciaroglu getting into traumas early on, went spinning off to the very back, but he was able to come back through the pack. Running 3-4 abreast at one point. Louis Perrault getting bounced off into the gravel trap as well. And there was Daniel Rose, also another of the drivers taking to the gravel after contact with another car, Marcus Amand. And there was Sam Yongyan. It was maybe there that he picked up a bit of damage. He lost a load of places. Bumped off the podium for the rookies. Matheus Ferreira, another one who ran wide. Keegan Masters took advantage of that, up into the podium positions. And the Brazilian relegated down into 4th place. This was a fight that went on all the way through the race for the Pro-Ams. Mikael Essmann and Søren Spreng running side by side, and then they came together. The 2 cars bouncing off each other. Søren Spreng getting stranded in the gravel trap with 1 lap remaining. Mikael Essmann was able to continue to come home in 3rd place in the Pro-Ams. But the overall win went the way of Theo Overhaus, Alex Tauscher and Keegan Masters, your 1, 2, 3 in the opening race of the season for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. What a race, what a way to start the season. Theo Everhaus, Alex Tauscher, Keegan Masters, the 1, 2, 3. Everything subject to confirmation. Matheus Ferreira in 4th place ahead of Aldo Festante. Marcus Armand in 6th place. Then our rookie winner was Chester Kiefer in 7th overall ahead of Dirk Schuiten. Then Walter Burkamps, Joe Warhurst and Gus Burton, 10th and 11th. Solid driving from both of them. Then Monty Masson, 2nd in the rookies in 12th place ahead of Daniel Rose. Dylan Yip was 3rd in the rookies ahead of Sam Yongyan, who was 4th in the rookies. Then Jonas Greif, Caleb Sumic in 17th place, 5th in the rookies ahead of Gianluca Tucharoglu. After that spin, did well to come back to 18th place ahead of Nick Ho. Alexandra Vatova, solid showing from her in 20th place. Then our winning Pro-Am driver, Sam Shaheen, ahead of Tim Reiter, Max Mutschlechner, and then Ray King ahead of Niels Langeveld, Louis Perrault, and Michael Essmann. Then we saw Søren Spreng and Gustav Bergstrom rounding out the top 28. Let's have a look at the championship, which of course will reflect the result very much. Theo Everhaus leads Alex Tauscher by 5 points ahead of Keegan Masters, Matheus Ferreira, and Marcus Armand. But we get to do it all again tomorrow. That will all change. Can Theo Everhaus make it 2 out of 2? Last year, it was Robert De Haan who had a double pole position and turned it into a double top step of the podium, went on to win the championship. So Theo Everhaus will be thinking about that, I've no doubt, as he starts tomorrow's race from pole position. But those are your championship standings after the first race of the season. And now in Parc Fermé, there is Torsten Rückert, the series organizer, chatting to the 1, 2, 3 of the drivers. That was the moment that we saw Gus Burton getting sideways. Wasn't quite a spin, he gathered it all up. The important bit was, kept it out of the barriers. Not only that, but was able to come back and fight his way back up through the pack. Really solid drive and showing his potential for this season. We've got 15 more races to go. I said at the beginning of this, it was going to be coming hard and fast. Over the next 8 weeks, we will be having the first half of the season. So we'll be halfway through the season in 8 weeks' time. Then it spaces out a bit for the second half of the season. But we start here in Imola. We go to the Red Bull Ring next weekend. We go to Spa-Francorchamps, to Zandvoort, to Lausitzring, to the streets of Nuremberg, the Norris Ring. We go to Nürburgring, and we go to Hockenheim for the season closer. So a lot of racing to come, 15 races still to come, and all of these drivers here will be entertaining us as this season progresses. Max Mutschlechner, the Italian driver, will be looking for something a little bit more solid tomorrow. It was a difficult race, but for his debut in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany, this is a tough field to be racing in. And certainly Søren Spreng, the team will get to work at GP Elite on the number 5 car. Hopefully they can get that together. And he and Michael Essmann, they've been fighting each other for the Pro-Am Championship for the last couple of years. Søren Spreng last year surrendered the Pro-Am title and really wants it back again, but that's not how it's going to work for him. He should, I think, get points from that race because we were on the closing stages. He should still get the points for 4th place. There's Theo Everhaus on the left-hand side, stroking his chin. Alex Tauscher on the right-hand side, and Keegan Masters in the middle, getting ready to head out onto the podium. It was a while ago that we saw Theo Everhaus win his first and only race in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany. It was back at the Sachsenring in 2024. He's had to wait a while to come back to the top of the podium, but this year he's there and undoubtedly a championship challenger, as will be Keegan Masters and Alex Tauscher. And onto the podium they come. Alex Tauscher, who won a race in Carrera Cup Asia last weekend, making a habit of it. But Theo Everhaus takes first blood in the 2026 season. climbs to the top step of the podium. And the German national anthem. German national anthem, better late than never. On the left-hand side of your picture, there's Iris Dorr, the team owner of ID Racing, taking her first ever win as the team owner of ID Racing. She joins the podium as the winning team representative. And now receiving the trophy for third place, that's Richard Leitz, I do believe, the works driver for Porsche Motorsports. So Richard Leitz enjoying his 100th race in the World Endurance Championship this year. It's 20 years officially a factory driver of Porsche. It started off in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany many, many years ago. You also saw Cedric Villati, the event director of the World Endurance Championship, presenting the second place trophy, and he will present the trophy to Iris Dorr as well. She's feeling a bit invisible today. We see you, Iris, and we congratulate you. A real character, a keen runner as well. We should do the track together sometime. She will remember this moment, taking her first win for ID Racing as the team owner with Theo Erverhouse. The four of them with the two trophy presenters pose for the cameras. It'll be brief celebrations because we've got to regather, and we're doing it all again tomorrow morning. It's fairly early tomorrow as well. So it's one of the first races on the programme tomorrow morning at about 9:45 local time. And that'll be when we will commence race 2 of the season. Make sure you join us there. Come back to Imola for race 2 of Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Germany 2026. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Ganz großes Kino. There's a lot more still to come here.